You are an excellent executor. You take action, you solve problems, you adapt quickly. But execution without any type of discernment eventually creates exhaustion. Because if you're capable, responsible, and driven, opportunity will never stop knocking. There will be new strategies, new platforms, new investments, new offers. And the pressure to respond to everything is constant. But the most powerful leaders I know have learned something different. They don't chase opportunity, they filter it. Welcome to the Manifest and Chill podcast. My name is Tracy Ftacek, where I teach high-achieving women to manifest the life they desire, strategize a business that is aligned to their energy type, and chill the fuck out in the process. Let's dive in. Well, hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to the Manifest and Chill podcast. I'm Tracy Ftacek, and over the past few weeks, if you've been following our series, we've talked about burnout, invisible emotional labor, identity evolution, and why capacity is the real power move for high-achieving women. And today, I'm adding another layer, discernment. Because in a world moving faster than ever, especially in an AI-driven business environment, the real leadership skill is not execution, it's discernment. There is fascinating research in decision science that is showing when humans are overwhelmed by options, your decision quality actually declines. And psychologists call this, I've used this a lot, decision fatigue. When too many inputs are coming in, the brain defaults to reactive decision making instead of strategic thinking, which is why many leaders feel like they're constantly busy, but not always moving forward. And discernment protects your leadership energy. I remember a point in my own career and life as a serial entrepreneur where opportunities were showing up everywhere. And I felt I needed to be everywhere. Collaborations, partnerships, new business ideas. I mean, there was a time in my career where I was getting pitched a new business idea to invest in literally every week. And on paper, it looked really fucking exciting. But internally, something felt off. I realized I was saying yes to things not because they were aligned, but because I knew I could do them well. I knew that new business idea that was getting pitched, I knew I could execute it because I had substantiated proof from all of my other companies that I built and successfully exited in the past. I knew I could collaborate and it be successful because I am actually the person you want to collaborate with, because I will give you just as much energy and attention to that collaboration as I do to my own private business drive and purposes. And partnerships, I will provide you with everything you need and more. And I have some beautiful friendships that were built on successful partnerships. But here's the thing. It can all look exciting on paper, but when it's not aligned, realization comes to a change. And this is how I made decisions forever. Because something is possible doesn't mean it's strategic. Just because something is possible doesn't mean it should be the next strategic move. And I have a special lens that we utilize inside Manifest and Chill and the methodology I've created. We treat discernment as the leadership muscle. And discernment, it means knowing which opportunities to decline, recognizing when growth is misaligned, protecting the capacity instead of constantly expanding your responsibilities. And you need to choose clarity over urgency. And this is where calm leadership emerges, and calm leadership equals to longevity in your business, in your life as an entrepreneur, CEO, founder, whatever that big out there social title lists. But there is a micro practice that you can utilize, and it's the discernment question. The next time an opportunity shows up, I want to encourage you, I want to invite you to pause and ask yourself, is this aligned with where I'm going? Or just something I'm capable of doing? Those are two very different decisions, and your calendar reflects your discernment. I have a friend of mine that she has her calendar back-to-backs booked with color-coded and the whole bits and parts of it all. Alerts are going off consistently. She's always under stress because she doesn't lead her life and strategy calmly. She's not discerning about who she gives her energy to. So by the end of the day, she's really fucking exhausted. And I've been there myself, so there's no judgment on this. It's just, this might sound familiar to you. And this is where you get to make the choice. In an AI era, execution is becoming easier. Anybody can execute anything because AI is making it move faster and to that goal line. But content can be generated instantly with AI. Marketing can be automated. Ideas can be produced endlessly, which means the true advantage, if you really want to get ahead in today's world, is no longer who can produce the most. The advantage is who can choose the most wisely. And discernment will separate the overwhelmed from the effective. Because I can promise you, at some point in time, the fatigue of producing the most will catch up with you. I promise you it will. But it doesn't have to. I promise you it doesn't have to. So if you're unsure whether your next move is truly aligned, if where you are in your business is feeling aligned, the energy alignment diagnostic can help clarify whether this is a season for you to scale, to reset, or to rebuild your business structure. And the link is in the show notes if you'd like to take that quiz. It's totally free, and I cannot wait for you to get the results. Clarity, my friends, will change the quality of every decision you make. And the energy aligned business strategy, which will be a container that I'm launching in the next month or so, was built for women who are ready to lead from discernment instead of pressure. And inside EABS, we don't talk about growth. We refine leadership. We build structure. We reduce the invisible load you, the high achieving women, carry. Because when leadership becomes calm and clear, success can stop feeling heavy. And the modalities we utilize, the manifest and chill methodology through visualization, intention setting, but also strategic business practices that I have played into myself that allowed me in 2022 to successfully sell and exit my beauty tech company. Discernment, my friends, is the difference between reacting to opportunity and designing your life. And in the next episode, we're going to be talking about something that quietly sabotages a lot of high-achieving women: the addiction to proving. Until then, I love you all so much, and we'll talk soon. If you've loved this episode of Manifest and Chill, I would love if you would leave me a review below Also, if you've got any gleams or questions about the content I've shared with you, about my quiz, or about inquiring to be a member of the Energy Aligned Business Strategy Container, feel free to send me a DM on Instagram or click the link in the show notes to go to my website and send me a message. Otherwise, I love you all so much, and we will talk again soon.